Hey everybody, Lax Coach Ruppy back with a first ever video, or at least I think it is. You know, every year I look forward to seeing the lacrosse players, even the hockey players, when they open up their gear bags for the current year. We wanted to try something different here. We're going to do a gear bag coaches edition. As we've mentioned before, everything we do on this channel is from a coach's perspective. So let's get right into it. First, we have the bag itself. Nike, it's got the Riviere R on there, and then we've got the custom stitching with my name on there, my position. Shout out to Maverick Stitch and Screen in Amherst, New Hampshire. They brought me in one day. I figured I'd have to drop it off real quick and go back and get it some other day, but they did it while I waited. So way to go, Maverick. Thanks for your help. All right, let's dive right into the bag. Let's start top to bottom here. As you can see, we have multiple whistles. And as you all know, coaches sometimes leave their whistles behind. So it's great to have these whistles. I've got the electronic one. That way, if anyone's ever sick and they don't want to use one of the other coaches' whistles, they can use this. I have the black plastic Fox whistle. That's my favorite right now. That's my go-to. And then I've got the old standby as a backup. Had this thing a while and it's starting to show its age. In the next pocket, you coaches, you understand where I'm coming from with this. Extra mouth guards. Who doesn't have a time when they're out on the field, guys are ready to go out for the lineup, and they look at you and they say, Coach, I forgot my mouth guard. So we always carry extra ones with us here, whether it's myself in my bag, or if the team brings extras with them, or the players themselves bring extras. The big thing is you got to have them because the officials won't let you on the field, and it will be a penalty. Going to the next pocket down. Got a multi-tool. This thing has a little bit of everything in it. I'm not going to open it up for you, but it's got scissors. It has a set of pliers in there, multiple screwdrivers, everything you really need in a pinch if you need to make some kind of repair. I bring this bag with me everywhere. It comes to every practice, goes to every game, and I'm always using something in there. Next up, kitchen scissors. You might say to me, Coach, are you cutting up some chicken along the way? What are you doing in the bus? These things will cut just about anything. They're good in a pinch when you need to cut something nylon or something heavy duty. These things will get the job done. So I learned a long time ago, make sure you carry one of these with you at all times. You can never have enough of these, folks. A screwdriver. If I had a nickel for every time a player used this screwdriver, I'd have a lot of nickels. One of the other items I usually have in my bag, I think my wife may have taken it out to light the grill the other night, was a lighter as well. You know, when the shooting strings start to fray, you got to fire up that lighter and get those things back within what the officials deem is legal and necessary. Next up, agility cones. We use a lot of these. I'm the defensive coordinator, as you all know, here at Riviere University. My man Sal, who you all met previously, he'll help me get the drills set up. It's important to have a manager that knows not only what goes on in game day, but also knows what goes on in practice. So Sal's like a right-hand man for a lot of us coaches during practices. We'll use a lot of these cones quite often. Next up, dry erase board. I think it goes without saying, folks, you get in a timeout, you need to draw something up. Maybe you're preparing for something the other team's doing and you want to counteract that. Sometimes it's not as simple as just telling the boys what you're looking for. You got to write it down. So we've got the dry erase board. This thing has a lot of miles on it. I use it all the time. Going along with the dry erase board is the towel. If you're going to write something on the dry erase board, you all know after a while these things, they're not as easy to clean. I certainly don't want to be bringing any Lysol or anything with me, so we just got the towel with us. Wipe it off as soon as we're done putting a play on the dry erase board, and then it's ready for the next use. Got my trusty binder with me. This bag goes everywhere with me. I also coach for the New Hampshire Tomahawks, a club team here in New Hampshire, one of the best in the country. Shout out Tomahawks. I also coach the summer camps here at Riviere. We do different things throughout the week, and one of the things that's a big favorite of all the players at the camps, we do a 3-by tournament every week, and I'll use this to schedule out my games, record scores, make any notes of any trades if we have any of those happen. But I use this way more than you'd think. I always make sure I have it with me in my bag. Exam gloves. Yeah, the box is beat up, but the gloves are still like new. We call it a spring sport, right? But let's be honest. Last year, I think it was January 16th when we started here at Riviere. We're in Nashua, New Hampshire, folks. We're not in Boca Raton, Florida, okay? It gets kind of cold up here. There's many days we're out there. It's freezing, especially if the guys get sweating and then their hands are wet. So what we do, we got these exam gloves that the guys put on under their playing gloves. These things seal in the air in your hands, and they'll also make it so that the moisture cannot get cold. These things are worth their weight in gold, especially in those early months of the season. As you can see, I'll take the flap of the bag open for you. We've got some spare dry erase markers, some pencils, some pens. You need to be prepared for whatever comes up. The last pocket. This is some of my personal stuff. I've got my lanyard and clip for my keys. That way, if anybody needs my keys during practice, I don't have to stop what I'm doing. They can just go grab it out of my bag. They all know where it is. A little bit of medication, folks. I got Advil in here. I've got Pepsid AC. All this free advertising, by the way, so I hope you all appreciate this. And of course, some Blistex. As you all know, when you get out there in the early months of the season, you're constantly battling chapped lips. Then the last thing, hand warmers. You can use these in your shoes. You can put them in your gloves. These go right along with everything else we've talked about, being comfortable and warm and dry here at Riviere University in those brutal winter months. Those things really get a lot of usage. So I believe that's everything we have. It is. I'd like to thank you for watching. Again, we hope you enjoy everything you're seeing here on the channel. I really thought it would be fun to do a coach's gear bag. This is mine for 2024-2025. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you on the next one.